Hello there, Taurus. Welcome back to my channel. This would be your weekly reading for January 18th through the 24th. I use the Spirit Science Patch Tarot deck. This deck focuses mostly on spiritual growth and personal development. This will be an intuitive reading, so if the messages resonate with you, absolutely they are for you. I hope that I can get it out as clear as possible. And if they do not, that is for somebody else, and you can just leave that for them. We'll go ahead and get this started. Okay, Taurus. Universe, what does Taurus need to know? Top of the deck for clarification if necessary. Woo, woo, Taurus. On fire. Here we got Six of Discs. Generosity. It is being crossed by the Six of Swords. Ascension. Your higher self is the Eight of Cups. Renunciation. Goodness, you think I'd get it down by now. Underneath, subconsciously, you're working with the Three of Wands. Purpose. So, past experience is the Wheel of Flow. Fortune. Coming up for you this week is the Four of Swords. Respite. Your internal world is the Queen of Swords. Perceptive. Your external world is the King of Cups. Responsive. Your focus this week is the Ace of Cups, compassion, and overall energy is the Empress, because that's what you are, Taurus. Okay, so what it is here is somebody is coming into some money. Okay, I'm not saying it's going to be a lot, but you're definitely, maybe not even money, but definitely resource of some sort, and you're wanting to be generous, but you're needing time to think it through. You got some internal stuff going on about getting there, I suppose. And so you're taking a little time out just to go over what it is and exactly how to go about this. So this is the general area here because you are giving, you are loving, you are mother energy, you are caring, nurturing, and, considerate of all here. That's a beautiful card for Taurus to pull up. Okay, so what you're bringing in, energy you're bringing into this week is the Six of Discs. Generosity is being crossed by the Six of Swords. Ascension. So this is rising above any of those worries, fears, and holdbacks that you've had in your life. This is definitely an emotional maturity. This is a thought maturity, and this is coming from a lot of experience. Okay, and it hits close to home. It definitely hits close to home here. Your higher self is working on the Eight of Cups, renunciation. So this is letting go of things that no longer serve you, not walking away from something, but walking towards a new goal. And those things that no longer serve you are falling away. Now for Taurus, this can be a lot of physical possessions, things that you hold on to that are no longer beneficial for you. Because Tauruses can be very sentimental, with objects and things and the like. This also has to do with a lot of what you've been carrying on you, Taurus, because you'll carry a lot of burdens here, and this is going to be you like, oh, I don't need to carry that anymore, and just letting it go. This isn't a forceful removal or anything. This is more of a passive feeling it through and deciding what's best for you and to carry forward. Subconsciously, you're working with the Three of Wands. Purpose, whether you know it or not, you're working with your highest abilities, your highest desires here, for the betterment of everyone around you as well. This is a very heart-driven card and a soul-driven card. So you're working with a sense of this is what you're supposed to be doing. This is where you want to put yourself in the situation that you want to feel and the smiles that you want to see and the like. Past experience was the Wheel of Flow. Fortune. So definitely this Wheel of Fortune turned in favor when it comes to working with family and what you are going to create for yourself and what you're going to leave behind and what identifies you as a whole. So this put a big change in motion of what you're going to create, what you're going to pass on to your children, what you're going to give to the world here. So this definitely changed your focus from We know how it was before with the moon and all that stuff weeks ago, but this is definitely moving you into this new energy of you can focus on your family and be the nurturing empress that you want to be. Now, for this week here, all this energy moving you up into this week is the Four of Swords, respite. This is taking time out, moving things around, going through. It feels like, this is just like echoes of the past. This is going to be the lingering ons and remembrances and like checking with how you felt before, with like anxiety or stress and that whole thing. So this is you going into that energy of having that feeling, and instead of like not dealing with it, you're really looking at it and being like, oh, it's because of this. Well, that's all right, and you changing that energy, okay? And you're focusing on your happiness. So during this downtime of emotional cooling for yourself and focusing more inward, looking at healing and focusing on happiness, like that's not for me anymore. This renunciation, like that thought was that way, but I'm not destined for that. That's not my purpose in life. It's not what life has ahead of me, And you're coming to terms with that, and you're changing that energy to like, thank you for like teaching me that. Thank you for giving me this knowledge, because it definitely did. It definitely did here. And this maturity and just this, where I am in my life. And thank you for everything that I've learned and healing some of the little trauma that comes from letting things go. Okay? But definitely focusing on your happiness. So in your internal world, you got the Queen of Swords, perceptive, someone who's sitting there and analyzing and checking things out. Okay, so you're just waiting for information to come in about what you're building. Okay, so your internal world is like, look, I really want to get this on the roll, but are you ready? I mean, we ideally are. We do what we need to do, but I'm saying like, here we're doing a little bit of work, so this is going on with it. If not being able to attain it right now for what you need to get everything going, that can cause this, stressing out, because you do want to create this legacy. You do have the maturity to move forward. You do have the strength. You've been working on this, and you're still working on this, and you're going to continue to work on this as you move through the process. But your internal world is like, hey, when am I going to know? Because I'm confused about it, about what this thing is that you're building. Now, this could be, with your external world here with the King of Cups, we got somebody that is rising above the chaotic waters of life. This is somebody who is strong. This also has to do with letters, emails, news, and the like. So this week, your external world is working on that, and what joins them together is worry about your finances and materials over self. So this is all like, why hasn't it come yet? I'm worried. When's it going to get here? I got all these plans, and so instead of, gung ho and having that positive, this is going to happen, I'm going to plan, and staying bubbly, this is a week where you're just like, you have pulled inward in that energy, and you're like, well, I don't want to keep expressing if I don't have it yet, but definitely express. That's how we create. That's how manifestation works. You got to express happiness. You got to exude happiness to achieve happiness. You got to exude wealth in order to get wealth. It's like a fake it till you make it type thing. So if you're caught up in this worry here, my advice would be fake it till you make it. Like, know that it's yours. Okay, it is definitely yours. Know that it is coming to you. It is definitely coming to you. Okay, so when you get into these down periods of where not having what you need and what you desire and have been planning for right now is kind of brings you down. Plus, there may be some environmental conditions as well that have brought a little bit of sadness into this. But mostly it is just focusing on, why haven't I gotten it yet? And why haven't I gotten word yet? Why isn't it here? This week is going to be compassion for self. So definitely giving yourself that time, you know, understanding the situation, giving that downtime to really just, you know, we do need self-care, and this is a point in which you're going through with the self-care, focusing on happiness, and these feelings, they wave in and they wave out, okay? It comes in waves, and it can be quite turbulent sometimes. But as long as you keep that focus of the happiness, which you have, you got legacy and fortune and maturity and purpose and generosity and resurrection and evolution and, you know, all these beautiful cards, and overall being the empress and the nurture. It's just what I'm getting here is just a mama who hadn't been able to provide that much, you know, that type of energy, and that you were right on the precipice. Give yourself some okay, so relax, breathe. It's coming, okay? We might not see it this week here, or if you do with this responsive, let's see. Yeah, okay. So you if it's a large deal, but we're getting some response here. It is yours, my darling, okay? And all this worry and wait, it will pass. You're going to hear some word. And overall, you can be that empress nurturing, loving person that you are. Now, if you're a man, it still is along with that female, divine female energy of care and consideration, in which you are Taurus. But, you know, self-love, self-care, and self-talk to stay positive, because we can have these times, emotional times, and we need to have these, and it's just what we do with them, okay? And you are doing a great, beautiful job with it. I don't see you stuck in this. This is definitely something that you're ready to move from, and this is going to be one of the last expressions of that for you, emotionally speaking, psychologically speaking. It's going to be one of the lesser down points for you, but you definitely needed this healing and this downtime for yourself, okay? And don't feel bad if people have been wanting your attention, you just haven't felt like you've been able to reach out. This is healthy for you to go through this process, and I support you 100%. So overall, love yourself, self-love this week. News is coming. Response is coming, and you are going to rise above those waters back into the giving goddess or god that you are. Beautiful, Taurus. If you enjoyed this reading, go ahead, like, subscribe, check out my other videos. I post every week, and I will see you again.